Alright, what's up ladies and gentlemen, back with another episode of Satisfactory. Just want to go over a couple of things. I know I did most of the platform off camera. Well, not necessarily off camera. I have the clip for it, I just don't know if I'm going to put it as a time-lapse or not. Because it's like 45 minutes long or something. It's just pretty much me building this platform, and then I put like a temporary power thing. And it's literally the same thing I did. It's the same thing I did down here, except for a little bit cleaner. So you guys can see, where is it? It's over there, I think. I don't know, things are confusing. That's why we're trying to do a whole, you know, factory thing. We have everything kind of on like one central platform and not like all over the place. Essentially, just like we have storage for wood and leaves. They go to a set of crafters that turn it into biomass, and then solid biomass, and then it belts into all of the biomass burners. No big deal. Colored it yellow just to have some sort of separation between sections. This section is if we have to add like another row of biomass burners when we finally do. I know we're kind of close to coal power, so I'm not sure if we're going to need this section or not. But for right now, it is separated just in case we do. I set up a little storage bin container section here with some pretty, like, uneven belts, but whatever. The belts are just to show what item, like, is in the storage container. I did no math with this either. I just sat them down, so we might not need this many. We might need more. Might have to stack them, we'll see. So, like, a big debate on what we're putting up here first. A lot of the iron stuff is going by itself right now. Like, we're on a completely separate power grid than this. Like, these are all off and idle right now. So all the other stuff is doing its thing right now. And I kind of just don't want to stop it at the very moment. At this very moment, just prefer it to continue to produce. And then over here, like directly under us, is the copper mines, and we have this, which is a free copper node with nothing else on it. And this would probably be this is the easiest thing to get up here first because nothing was on it, so it's not a big deal, right? So I'm not going to lose any production by messing with it, essentially, because as soon as I get into like the iron thing, like, I'm tearing down every single iron piece, like iron smelter, iron construct, everything. Like, everything is going to come up here. And that's just a lot of the work. And so I'm kind of waiting for my cousin to get on so we can do, like, a big recording session. We can, you know, knock out a bunch of stuff, like efficiency and stuff, so he can work on the MAM stuff, or work on the materials that we need for phase 2 with the space elevator, or whatever the case might be. You know, or help me with math, whatever the fuck, you know? So, we have a Mark II elevator. It's an elevator, I think, right? Lift, or whatever the fuck, same bullshit. Mark II coming up here with copper, and that's going to be making 60 copper per second. The smelters do 30 ingots per second or so. So we need to put 2 smelters down. Which, of course, we're going to need a splitter first, actually. I need a hotkey a lot of this stuff. I need a hotkey a lot of this stuff, but I just haven't got around to it. Where's this at? We're missing cable. Okay, let me grab some materials. Grab some materials, then we'll start moving the first thing of copper. And then, like, as for how we're organizing this shit, I've got no idea in my head that is going to work, like, super effective. So, yeah, we might just be winging some stuff and pretty much hoping that things work the way we need it to work, but it's probably not going to. There's probably going to be some sort of revision, but as far as I know, this game's, like, pretty fairly, like, repetitive. Like, you're constantly upgrading stuff, constantly moving stuff around, so unfortunately not a whole lot is set in stone to just kind of like leave and set in place. You're always kind of like reorganizing things. You unlock more things to make it more efficient, more like space, like intuitive or whatever. So it's like, maybe I shouldn't worry about it too much, but whatever. All right, so we got a splitter. It doesn't matter if it overhangs at all. The problem is I can't figure out what's like straight to this. Control's not working for it, so maybe I also want to re-hotbind 3 to the Mark II lift, so maybe we just there's no really good way to do this, huh? Yeah, so maybe let's just go in with the splitter, say fuck it, right? Kind of put it on the edge. Alright, there we go with that. Then we're gonna need 2 smelters. Which I will try my best to line up a little bit. Will this connect? This will, but it needs to kind of go over a little bit. Where's my point? Where's the point of reference that I do this at? To make things even. Do we say like right there? And like right here? No, that one's fine. We're gonna... That one's fine there. Yeah, that's about even. Let me get that in there. Get this in there. And ideally, if we just wanted like raw ore, we could take this, put it in an elevator, and then shoot it all the way over here to just collect raw copper, but we don't need that. It's like one of the last things we need. So, I'll set these to copper. I wish these were automatic. Like, if I'm putting copper ore into it, like, at least I would assume that, you know, I would want copper ore up, that I don't have to change it, you know? Alright, so what do we want to do here? What do we want to do here? This does 30 per minute, so yeah, 30. So we're going to have 60 output. And the constructor does what? I wanted to do wire, it would do 30 per minute. And it would take 15. So I would need 2 for wire. We need 2 for wire and probably 2 for cable. So we would need another splitter for both of these. Right? Yeah, so I'd need 2 constructors. They're so close together that it might be actually a problem to do. Kind of need one like here, and one next to it, and one here, and then one next to it. It's most likely a more efficient way to do that. Invalid. Conveyor belt shape, that's great. So that doesn't work either. It doesn't work either. Motherfucker. Such a fucking pain in the ass to do this, and like make it line up correctly as well. Give some thought to how I want to do this, and I'll get back with you guys once I get it like kind of placed where I want it. Okay, so I think this works right here. I mean, for the most part, it could be a little bit smaller, maybe. I'm a little concerned about that. It could be. We could definitely back all of these up a little bit, but I don't think in retrospect it's really gonna fucking matter. And so I think we have a total of about 3 copper nodes, so we could do this 3 times over here. How we're gonna do the storage for that is beyond me. I don't know why I have a conveyor pole like that. Yeah. How we're gonna do that is beyond me. On what exactly we want to do with that, but We also have to think about storage, and so if we go to logistics, we're gonna need a merger. We'll need a merger for that, and these are gonna come all the way over here. How we're gonna do it, though, is the question. I wish I could do this kind of sideways, so I wouldn't have to worry about it. I do for sure want to get it up and out of the way. More reinforced iron plates. Great. Wonderful. Yeah, making these around the same height's actually mad annoying too. It looks right, but it's not. Like it's off. Yeah, it's like slightly off. It's like, how on earth do I make this actually like line up? I feel like that is still slightly off. That is odd. What's the easy way to do this? Fuck. Fuck if I know, dude. Holy shit. That's gonna be fun to deal with right there. This is just something we're gonna have to deal with, and I am not entirely sure if this is gonna be like the greatest thing to try to get done, honestly, because I'm just trying to like make sure it clears everything. Conveyor belt is too long. How the living fuck do I do that? Do I just like, do I say fuck the elevators and like, hold on, what if I merge them? Instead of merging them here, what if I merge them? If I merge them here? If I merge them there, and then put, no, would it even be an elevator at that point? Do I even need an elevator at that point? How the fuck am I gonna do this? The whole idea of this whole like little central like storage ordeal would be that I wouldn't want the belts like too fucked up. We'll see. Let me mess around with some stuff. You know what? I guess it really comes down to, do I give a shit if it clips? Not really. Not really. I think that's pretty much what it comes down to. Is do I actually give a shit if it clips? And probably not. I mean, if I have 3 of these... I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm thinking maybe stacking might be the better ordeal, but... the problem is I just don't know how much, like, material I need at once with this stuff, and... while this works for, you know, most all intents and purposes, I do have unused, like... I do have more copper nodes that I have to deal with as well. And so, maybe... we would definitely still have to follow, like, this, like, line ordeal. If I stacked it, it would just be an elevator. So if I put the storage... say I had, like, another one of these. If I put the storage, I'd have to stack. Not sure how I want to do this. Not sure the solution to this storage. I have to do some more research on this the storage ordeal really quick. You know what? For the moment, I'm gonna say that I don't give a shit about clipping. You know, I think for the moment we're gonna continue this little storage area for this, and as we upgrade stuff, you know, we can go back and rework it and stuff. Because our storage right now is pretty abysmal. Like, it's not good. It's not. We've got not that many slots to fill up right now, so we're gonna say fuck it. We're gonna clipping. We're not worried about back here, and I mean, even if we were, it's easy enough to hide, right? It's easy enough to hide, so we're just gonna say we're not worried about that, and we're gonna start getting some power over here. Let's do that right there. That'll power those two, and get another pole here that will power these 3. Come back down over here, power these 2. And then one final pole down here. Connect that. Make our way back up to the gigantic monster. And hopefully connect the rest of it. And then flip the power switch and see if anything is actually even running. Which it should be. Okay, at this point, all of this should have power. I should just have to go ahead and just jumpstart these biomass burners. Which is kind of annoying that I don't have them fully hooked up yet. Probably don't need all of them, but I'm gonna turn all of them on for the moment. Alright, let's see if this is crafting back here. Yeah, we got solid. Got solid biofuel being made and distributed to all the biomass burners. Perfect. And it seems pretty quick. Not having any complaints about that. Doesn't seem like anything's happening here. What's up with this? Gonna be making cable with that one. That's the case. Okay, we got some wire flowing. The ore is coming up fairly quickly, actually. It's not super bad. Everything is powered. We got iron bars going, and the wire and cable are going back towards the storage system. So a little bit of clipping, but it doesn't look that bad. At some point or another, we can always just hide everything. Just hide everything. Yeah, this should be running as fairly efficient as it should be, right? Maybe another constructor for the wire, but let's be honest, I'm not crazy worried about that at all. Wire seems to be doing great, though. Going out about patch is a 4. This is a steady stream of cable. We'll take a look at our storage, making sure everything's actually going. Yep. Yep. So the belt system is working, so we at least know what we have here. So we have cable here, wire here, everything's filling up. Yeah, you know, a decent rate or whatever the case might be. So we're good for the copper, for the first copper section. I think any added additions to the copper, it's probably going to be off camera. It's a lot easier for me to like plan out myself. It's going to be the same thing. I'm just going to repeat it down the line. So it's the same thing, but it would be down this way. And then, you know, honestly, I'm going to have to like start expanding this and going different directions and then making different sections. So maybe we don't have a centralized storage like I was thinking. Because this is all my iron right here underneath here. So if we expand it out this way, our iron would be like on this side of the generators instead of this side. So maybe we don't need this many storage containers. We just worry about this for the copper, and then we do the iron separately. And then behind here, we would be expanding to concrete. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty decent plan. And at least, like I said, everything is still on the platform, and it'll be a little bit more organized in terms of like our sections and when we run around and stuff. And then just like the power would be what I would say would be almost centered. As for like the limestone, I could probably just set it up right here in the little bit of space that we have in between the generators, because we only need like a miner and a constructor, I believe. Not to believe we need any smelter or anything else like that. The concrete comes pretty cheap, pretty easy, so I don't think we're gonna have to worry about that at all. I'm excited when we get some better storage, though. That'd be great. And yeah, I'll polish everything up off camera, do some copper work, I think. And then the next time you'll see me, hopefully with my cousins here, well, we're going to be working on 2 separate ordeals, and we'll start on the iron thing, which the iron's going to be the biggest problem because we make screws, plates, pipes, like everything. Everything is iron right now. Iron's super important to what we're doing, and even this production down here, we're filling up like way too quickly. Fill it up way too quickly. We got so much stuff going on with iron right now. As a matter of fact, I have to go check on that stuff and make sure that we're not full on some things. For example, like rotors and reinforced plates need to go over this to this assembler so we can make the smart plating, which we need an absolute fucking shit ton of. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. I know it was a little bit of a short episode, but I just wanted to knock one out for the week, so that way we were fairly prepared. I just keep running out of rotors for this thing. Just keep running out of rotors. We're just gonna have to wait on that. 1,000 smart plating's a lot, and the other 2 materials I don't even know how to make yet, so we're just kind of hanging out until we figure everything out, you know?